Hey guys, welcome to your channel. I am going to discuss some objective current affairs questions. As I have always told you, these questions are not only important for pre, these are equally important for mains because these questions have brought out some important issues which will give you important current affairs topics to prepare for mains exam. Let's see the question number 1. Choose the correct information regarding village forest under Indian law. Recently, Forest Right Act has come into controversy. There are various reasons of controversy. One is Supreme Court judgment to evict various tribal communities from forest lands across many states. Second, the government has recently drafted Forest Right Act, which invites controversy. Option A. Section 28 of the Indian Forest Act 1927 has added a provision where state government can hand over the government of any reserve forest to a village community. This is correct. Since long ago in 1927 Forest Right Act, a provision was added that to conserve the symbiotic relationship between tribal community and forest, if government feels necessary that it should be the governance of that forest should be handed over to local community, government can do it. This kind of forest is also known as community forest. Option B. Recently adopted draft policy of Indian Forest Act has omitted this provision, which invites sharp criticism towards the draft. This is also correct. Question number 2. Right to self-defense is recently in news due to Supreme Court's judgment regarding this. Choose the correct information regarding right to self-defense in India. It is very important for pre and mains as well as pre means I am not telling you this year. It might be asked anyway in next year preliminary exam also. Right to self-defense comes into news because Supreme Court recently acquitted a forest ranger accused of killing a hunter because a court observed that the forest ranger shot the hunter to protect his own life as well as the life of the driver. So option A, under the Indian Penal Code, section is not important. I am giving just for information. Right to self-defense is given to a person to use necessary force while protecting his own body and property as well as another person's body and property. Here two things are important. Right to self-defense is not only to given to a person to use against another person whenever he feels necessary, but also a person is given that right to protect another person's life and property. These two things are very important. Option B, these sections give right to private defense of body and property. It is correct. Here I have written the word right two times. It is only one time, right? These sections give right to private defense of body and property to a person. Question number 3. Planning is an inevitable part of economy and statistics play a crucial role for providing data for economic planning. Find out the correct statement for institutional system of statistical analysis in India. This question is important because recently data controversy has come into news due to various reasons, whether it might be government's attempt to hide employment news, employment data, for any other reasons. We should know the institutional mechanisms of collecting data in India. Option A, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation is the nodal agency for statistics in India. Correct. It has two wings called Central Statistical Office and National Sample Survey Office. Correct. National Sample Survey Office almost do all the surveys of data, and Central Statistical Office works to coordinate those data. Option C. National Statistics Commission, an autonomous constitutional body, helps these two wings of ministry in statistics. This is not correct. Yes, it helps to ministry in statistics and helps other organizations regarding statistics, but it is not a constitutional body. It is constituted by government statute. Question number 4. Which of the following is not a method taken by RBI in India to increase or decrease liquidity of money in market? It is also in news because recently RBI has announced a new liquidity mechanism. It is not new, it is already existed, but it has been recently announced. It is dollar and currency swap mechanism where RBI will buy the dollars of the banks on the auction basis for a particular time period. After the time period is over, the banks will buy them back from the RBI. It will inject liquidity to the market as well as it has various impacts. Try to find out those impacts. So repo rate, reverse repo rate, currency swap, all are mechanisms. Question number 5. Recently, RBI has announced dollar currency swap for the banks. Which of the following is each possible impact? Increased liquidity in market, high availability of borrowing funds, low cost for importers. Correct. All are correct. Question number 6. Choose the correct information regarding Osiris Rex. Osiris Rex is recently important because it has discovered the minerals and water in the surface of asteroid called Vani. It is a NASA spacecraft employed to observe low orbit asteroid. Correct. Recently, it has discovered water and minerals on the surface of the asteroid Venu. Correct. Question number 7. Recently, scientists have discovered a solar power based harvesting system uh, based on hydrogel which will convert water vapor from the air and turn into clean water. Choose the correct statement regarding hydrogel. It is also very important because this is important. I am always telling you all the news of science and technology which have some way related with human welfare, yeah, related to some important issues. It is very important because this method, if it is applied, it can mitigate the problem of water scarcity. It can give us clean water at a very low and minimal way. That is why it is important. And here the key term is hydrogel. Try to find out the necessary details of hydrogel. Option A, it is a polymer-based gel with capacity to absorb moisture. Correct. The construction of this hydrogel actually allows it to absorb maximum moisture from the atmosphere. Option B, it has uses in genetic engineering as well as drug delivery. Correct. Question number 8. Choose the correct information regarding Global Forest Watch. Option A, it is a non-profit organization, an initiative of Global Resource Institute. Try to find out what is Global Resource Institute to monitor and conserve forests. Correct. Option B. This is important because of the option B, it has come into news. As per its recent data, the world lost 12 billion hectares of tropical forest last year. This is also correct. Question number 9. Choose the correct information regarding CAA. It is also important because it has recently Australia has announced the extinction of a particular mammal from this coral reef island. Option A, it is a coral reef island in Australia. Correct. Recently, Great Barrier Reef rodent has been found extinct from this island. Correct. Question number 10. Consider the correct statement regarding oxo-biodegradation. Option A, it is a degradation process resulting from oxidation. Correct. Oxidation, you try to find out what is oxidation. It is a change of electron in valence bond. Option B, recently announced Suvidha scheme uses this method for degradation of sanitary napkins. Correct.